Get to the chopper!
Get to the chopper!
It's Chopin!
Are you sure about that?
Yes!
Well, that's embarrassing. I wanted to thank you all for tuning in. This IEM was given to me as a sample to review as a Headfi reviewer. And I have recently started a YouTube channel, so any support you guys can give to me for that would be great. While on the floor at Can Jam, I was also able to buy a Truthear Nova. And these IEMs were both talks of the town. They sounded a lot better than a lot of other much more expensive IEMs. And so I did want to talk about both of those IEMs, and I think that is a very valid comparison about which one has more value and which one is the right for you. Okay, the first thing I wanted to talk about, this is Symphonium Meteor, which is this red IEM on my right. The Symphonium Meteor is touted by many as a great IEM. I think sonically it is not a bad IEM. It is very overpriced at $600. But the thing about the Symphonium Meteor is it's very small. And a lot of people, I think a lot of Western headphone guys like myself, don't really like the pressure buildup of IEMs. So the Chopin represents a unique value. This is really nice for long gaming or music sessions. The best thing about this IEM is that those that are typically speaker people or over ears people can really enjoy this IEM due to its extreme comfort and easy fit. While the quantity of the bass is very good, the quality of the bass to me is not world class. It also lacks some air and sparkles on some tracks. While the vocals are exceptional, I think the weak spot of the Chopin is in the technicals of instruments. They just seem to lack a little bit in the timbre and tonality of them, making them sound a little bit muffled, unresonating, and off. On the Marriage of Figaro, it seems that the vocals pop too much and you don't get as much of the air and the details that you would expect. It seems that some of the instruments come across muffled, and while this is a harsh thing to say, this is my only major complaint. Let's look at some graphs. If you notice when we look at these two graphs, they do both start off high and then they dip low, and they have a nice little V signature associated with them both. Look at this graph. It looks a lot like my preference curve. I think that's part of the reason I like it a lot. There is a tiny bit of bass roll off, a little bit of a bass tuck, and a tiny bit of energy in the 3 to 5K region. But other than that, to me, it feels spot on and wonderful. Okay, let's talk the Symphonium Audio Meteor. This is a really good IEM, and a lot of people who don't normally like IEMs like this IEM because it has such a small shape and it's kind of special. The Meteor just sounds off to me. It sounds like when you finally raise the treble to where you want it to be, that the bass is just too much. It's too overpowering, and my music just doesn't sound the way I want it to. Technically, it's a nice sounding IEM, but it just doesn't work for me, and I don't appreciate it as much as I feel like I should. Warning, the next clip is absolutely bonkers, so hold on to your pants. On the left side of the screen,
look at him!
in gray trucks, we have the
Audio
Gizaudio X binary Chopin! And on the right side of the screen, in blue trucks, we have the Truthear Nova! Okay, let's talk the Chopin versus the Nova. And what do you really get when you look at these two IEMs? You'll notice there is a little bit more warmth here in the Gizaudio IEM. The Nova does seem to have a little bit more bass energy lower, but it doesn't seem to make a major impact for me. It doesn't seem to be a big deal. They both have nice, warm, solid bass. As far as tonality and timbre, The Truthear Nova is a lot drier. It does sound a little bit more clinical, whereas the Chopin is juicier and more lively, but it's subtle differences. Final ratings. I find the Chopin a little bit livelier and more musical than the Nova. I feel that they're both very technical IEMs and are new benchmarks at their price range, and are very amazing and wonderful sets. The lows and mids on the Chopin are better. They're warmer and just slightly richer. The highs on the Nova, I think, are a little bit better. As far as gaming goes, I feel that the edge also will go with the Nova, as I feel the shell might give you a little bit better isolation. And as far as value goes, the Nova is an excellent value for its price. The Chopin doesn't have a price, so it's hard to give that a value, and that will come in a future video. Hey, please comment, like, and subscribe. It really helps the channel.